Hey guys,
I'm Jerry.
I'm Ciara.
We're ladies.
And we tangent.
Can I tell you
Okay.
that my co-star has been fucking coming for me?
Really?
For whatever reason. I'm like, can you chill?
Interesting. What's it saying?
There were nights when no weird. It was like, accept that you're toxic. Accept that you like the drama.
Okay, mine just says
give
howl.
up. Give up on romantic relationships. The path you go is a lonely, lonely road. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Hey, nothing like the thoughts that are maybe already in your mind right before your wedding.
But I'll tell you, I don't have any of those. Today it says, stop trying to be in relationships with people who just aren't interested.
Okay.
Hey, he's interested.
I'm pretty sure.
Fucking relax.
Mine says howl. That roar building inside you needs an outlet. Find an empty room, a deserted road, anywhere without witnesses. Let it rip.
And kill someone.
Oh, this is kind of cool. The walls you've built to protect your dignity are the same ones trapping your breath. Release and rebuild. But I liked it because it says do coasters, seat belts,
Okay.
and lotion. Some of my favorite things.
Those are all of your favorite things. What the hell? Mine says stop trying to be in relationships with people who just aren't interested. And then it says, today things feel... Hold on. The person who keeps you guessing isn't playing hard to get. They're showing you exactly how little they care.
Oh my god.
Your persistent charm offense is backfiring. Walk away before you lose more dignity.
Oh no.
Ow!
I just looked at Brady's and it says Brady is crushing on a bad texter.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I think he's gonna die.
This close
Wait,
to
yours-
our wedding?
Yours says Jerry is alphabetizing their regrets. They've reached K for kissing the wrong person at the right time. Oh my god.
Hey, no, I'm not.
Stop it. Rick down.
Hey, I have been such an advocate for the stars. You're doing me fucking dirty for no reason.
Mine says you and Corey Parsons respect each other's differences. Good for shared love of that one band, vacationing, and shared secrets. Look out for walking on eggshells and not having fun together or assuming the worst.
Oh my god. Well, now I need to see. Between the two of you, it's a sign of respect and trust to express your true opinion. Brady wants to hear all your secret thoughts right now. Communicate by releasing spores. Spores? Spores?
Sounds sticky.
What the hell?
Ew.
Okay. What's up, everyone? Hello.
Oh my god.
Can I tell you something funny? Right before we started, you and I were talking about somebody being in a lesbian relationship, but the person is bisexual, and like, love that.
Yeah.
I was driving home yesterday. We took my sister to Dave & Buster's for her birthday. She turned 30.
Fun.
So both of my sisters and all of our children went up to Dave & Buster's. Seems like a great idea in theory. I didn't have a single panic attack. I think we all did really, really well considering.
Yeah.
I do feel like they should monitor who's going in and out. Because at Dave & Buster's, you just like walk up to a kiosk, get a little card that you can boop, boop, boop on all the machines, and no one's like checks you.
Yeah.
No one asks you questions. No one knows what. And we were followed by a couple creepy men
Oh. Ugh.
that didn't appear to have anyone with them.
Yeah.
And we all clocked them. We were all like, we're aware these people are following us.
Yeah.
But anyway, on the way back, I drop off Randy, and I'm in this lane where there's a straight lane, there's a turn left lane, and there's a turn right lane. And I happen to be in both the straight lane and the turn left lane. And Brady goes, you are really straddling both those lanes. And I go, well, I'm bisexual. What did you expect? I want to be in both lanes. I can't pick just one.
Be honest. I'm not picking straight. I want to turn left, but I need to go straight right now.
Yeah. I've committed to going straight.
But I would like to go.
Yeah, but I still like the idea of left. And he goes, okay.
Oh, that's funny.
And maybe that's why it's telling me he's not interested.
He's like, I heard you loud and clear.
I'm aware. Anyway.
Well, guys, I'm back.
She's back from Disney.
I went to Disney and I got a shirt, and I got several shirts. Actually, I really leaned into Disney.
I had no doubt that as soon as I, one, knew you were well enough to have emotions.
Yes.
But two, as soon as I saw like 2 Snapchats of you, I was like, oh my God, a Disney adult has been born.
I love it. I don't even care.
Yeah.
I think I was so against Disney adults. I wasn't against them. But I think a part of me, this is me looking in, introspective.
Mm-hmm.
I was jealous.
Yeah.
I was jealous because I never got to go as a kid. And I was like, I'm missing out.
You're like, I don't get the magic of it.
Yeah.
I don't get why you're so obsessed with this.
And I didn't until I went there. And it did feel magical. It felt like I was healing parts of my inner child while also watching my kids live out like their childhood dreams, essentially, because I know it was part of mine. And I don't want to push mine onto them, but like they were having the time of their lives. Genuinely. I remember thinking like, oh, we have to go soon because Noah's 14. He's going to be over it.
Yeah.
Wrong. He was like, when are we coming back? And I was like, every year, probably. Which probably not because Disney's so expensive. But
so expensive.
It was really fun to like have.
I think it would be cheaper to move to Florida.
Yeah.
And get like a season pass.
Well, I'll tell you. Noah is looking into, seriously, said he wanted to look into the college program that they do, that then you can work at Disney.
What?
Yes.
He would be so good.
That's what I said. I was like, this is for you. Like, you. So he was like, we were talking to multiple cast members who worked there, and they were like, yeah, we did the college program, and, you know, you could do this, and they were telling him about it, and I was like, no, if you do that, swear to God, I'm moving to Florida. I'll follow you.
Go wherever you go, boy.
I'm not going to have a full house because I feel like I don't like the politics there, but also Ohio's not much better.
It would be nice for your vote to count there.
That's true. What is it if you live 2 places? If I crash in Noah's? That's what I just assume.
I think the law is you get to vote in both places.
No. That's voter fraud. She's trying to get me in trouble. I do.
Although you should be able to vote in local both places, I feel like that would make sense.
That would make sense.
Because whatever's happening
what
locally.
What do snowbirds do? That's what they call them, right? The people that have houses and they go.
I don't think they should be allowed to vote at all. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And they should take their license and their voting rights at a certain age because, like, you no longer have you don't have a progressive mind.
No.
And that's not true because I know, I've seen the No Kings rallies. I've seen you old asses out there represent.
My God. And my grandparents.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, my dad's in his 60s and he's a fucking raging liberal.
Yeah, 100%. But, you know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I do have several stories for you. I can't tell the whole thing. Because I did do that on my stream, and it took me 2.5 hours.
The way I didn't watch any of your streams because I didn't want anything to be ruined for me.
I saved some stories, and also there's just some that I really want your reaction to. So there's several that are very
night
good.
that you, like the first night you got back, I literally stared at it on my phone for so long, and I was like, I can't.
I can't do it.
I can't. I have to wait.
But if you want the deep dive, it is on my Twitch stream. CC Streams, 2 S's at the end. CICISTREAMSS on Twitch. You can check that out. But there are good stories that I have for you. One of my favorites, we'll start at the beginning, which is that we got... The thing that I love about Disney, taking children specifically, is that...
Sorry, that sentence was so funny. The thing I love about Disney taking children.
I like to take children. No, pause. No, we're not there yet. Not to the true crime part of Disney just yet. No, I like when you travel with small children, there's so many extra things that you need. Strollers, car seats. It's like, I don't want to fly on a plane with that shit. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Because they have strollers you can rent. And then if you get these like minivan, MINNIE vans, so cute. They're polka dot.
So fucking
cute. So cute. They come with like car seats.
Yeah.
And they'll ask you height and weight and whatever.
So
or age and weight.
So
and
they have the proper one.
They install it for you and then you're like good to go.
Incredible.
It's so cool. So we get picked up and at the airport. That by someone who's got a car seat that they can install. And the driver is texting me to make sure that I'm where I need to be. Yeah. And his name's Tony. Also, he keeps calling me Claire. He was like, hey, Claire, it's Tony. And I was like, what's up,
Hey, Tommy? It's Ciara.
And so the whole time, because of who I am as a person, I keep going. You know where it's going? Mm-mm. I kept saying, Tony!
No, I just thought you were going to say, being who I am, I allowed this man to call me Clara for the entirety of...
I did. He also took us back to the airport. I still didn't correct him. To that man, I am Clara, and to me, he is Tony. Okay?
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're doing that. My children catch on to it then, and we're just having...
Did you do that in front of Tony?
No, but then it was a problem because I was doing it in front of the kids, and no one knew enough not to. But then I was like, Sawyer, don't
out me. It's so
It's just like a stim that I have right now that I couldn't stop saying.
Yes.
But anyways, days go by.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we did like Magic Kingdom the first night, and I do have to highlight this part. But we go to Magic Kingdom. I cry as soon as we round the street and I see the castle. I don't know why. I heard like songs in my head.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, there's the thing. Sawyer's like, the castle. Then immediately after that, boom, parade. Okay. Yeah. People are waving. Sawyer's super, super shy. And so the coolest part for me was seeing how, like, kudos to everyone that works there. Someone actually commented.
Yes.
That they were like, I'm going to send that to the cast members. On my Instagram post that I posted of her with Mirabelle and Cinderella. She was like, I'm sending that to them. I was like, can I talk to them? Because she's like to talk to them. Cinderella specifically, I want to thank, because Sawyer's never seen Cinderella, and she became a Cinderella girl.
Stan, yeah.
Because of
Consider me Standarella.
Because of her interaction with Cinderella. They were just so good with like shy kids, neurodivergent kids. Like Sawyer's wouldn't look them in the eyes for a long time, which I was like, she is listening, but she would smile and then just like slowly turn her head away.
Oh my fucking god.
But they kept talking to her and like easing her into it, and it was really, really nice. And anyways, the first night we saw the fireworks. Okay. Beautiful. Cried. There is something that happens at the end of the fireworks that I'm not going to ruin the surprise for. But wow. I was like, oh my God.
I know.
And I cried during that. I cried so much.
Oh, I cried so much during the fireworks.
It was just like,
it's incredible.
It's so much of, it feels like magic. And they keep saying like magic, but like it felt magical. Yeah. Because also there's a ton of these little bubble wands that these kids can buy. And so as those are going off, there's just it's filled with bubbles. The air is full of bubbles. And I was like, I feel like I'm in a dream. And also my kids, their faces, there's just awe. Now, I did almost get into a fight during the fireworks. Before.
You did?
Well, I don't like people. There was
and people when you're at Magic Kingdom for the fireworks, it's like fucking chest to chest. There's
brother,
no room.
So before I get into a lot of the stories, I do just want to say, if you plan a trip and you've never gone before, you should hit up my travel agent. Okay, her name is Ari Green. I will post on my Instagram, or we can post it in the show notes, her email. Having her, she took so much stress off of me. And also, like, first of all, I didn't pay for anything. It was completely free for me because she gets money from like kickbacks and doing stuff like that. I didn't pay for the whole trip.
She means for the travel agent.
I didn't pay for the travel agent. Yeah. And she does Universal cruises, all that stuff. But so she had itineraries for me. And one of the things on there was like, get a spot in front of the castle by like 7:40. Early, we got a spot, no big deal. Then it's like 20 minutes before and people just start rushing in. And I'm like elbows out. So I was like, hey, I got to this spot. I've been sitting in this spot for 2 hours. Back up off my spot. I have little kids here. They're like literally on top of me.
I could tell based on the Snapchats. I was like, they have a good fucking seat.
We got there early. Early. But that was also the travel day. So I was like already just whatever. But it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Got a minivan home. Okay, whatever. We did, I think the next day might have been Animal Kingdom, and that's where this comes in. All right? The story. A couple of them. Because multiple things happen at Animal Kingdom. Here's what I'm going to say. Hot take. Might have been my favorite park.
I loved Animal Kingdom.
And I know a lot of people are like, but I had a great time.
When I went to Animal Kingdom, it was right after A Bug's Life happened. I was 10 years old. And so I don't remember a lot from my Disney trip. Aside from my sister puking out of the car, my mom pretending to lose
her camera that had a picture of me and Jessica from Slime Time Live on it. And being at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Going into this theater that was doing a show about A Bug's Life, and it was in 4D.
Oh.
And so the chairs, when the bees would fly, would vibrate like you were getting stung by bees. And then when the stink bug came out, the whole place like filled with a stench.
Yeah.
And then when there was water, you felt the spray of it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
We were going to do the Zootopia one like that, but Sawyer doesn't really watch that movie a lot, and the line was like an hour long. But so I was like, well, we're not going to do that. But we stood in front of the Tree of Life, and at 12 o'clock, they did this, like, they had these macaws.
Yeah.
And then, as she's doing this, like,
presentation
talking about it,
yeah,
the music swells, and then all of a sudden, like, 100 macaws come flying, and they fly over top of you. I cried during that, too. It was so cool. But anyways, so then we go get lunch, right? And I'm standing in line. I'm stressed, but I'm still being nice, because people ahead of me are kind of not.
Yeah.
And everybody's just kind of stressed out. But I'm like, it's not the workers' fault. And again, I'm always like this with workers. So I'm being super nice to the lady. And Noah orders this lemonade. Taylor and Corey and Sawyer go to look for a table.
Yeah.
Me and Noah stay back to get the food trays. And he orders this fancy lemonade. And so she gives him his. And he goes to like put it on the tray. And then she gives me one. And I was like, oh, we only ordered one. And she goes, it's a magical moment. And I was like, what? She goes, it's a magical moment. I was like, thank you. And then I walked away and I go, I don't know what that is. But I looked it up. And magical moments are like acts of kindness that the cast members do. I know, I cried during my magical moment too.
That's so cute.
I know. And she was so like, it's a magical moment. And I was like, what are you saying to me? It's actually a lemonade.
Listen, your mental illness prevents you from like recognizing those moments out in the wild.
I was like, what are you saying to me right now?
Because I feel like your brain initially would be like, it's poison.
I was like, magical what?
This is how they kidnap children.
But anyway, so yeah, I love that you cried.
Oh yeah, that was an instant cry.
It was so cute. But then it became a thing that my entire family would say. So anything that happened, we were like, magical moment.
There's like a bit. I love that.
We did it the whole time. I'm still doing it. Me and Taylor were just at my grandparents and something happened. I was like, magical moment.
Oh, I love that.
So go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you, something that I was concerned about for you was your OCD in Disney.
Oh, I have to tell you about that because I had a whole therapy appointment about what a good job I did.
Really?
Truly.
Guys, we're just going to take a little minute to talk. We're going to continue talking about Disney, but we want to highlight something that really, in addition to Ciara's travel agent, something else that really helped her was her therapist from No CD.
Yes.
So we want to kind of take this minute to talk about them a little bit.
So here's the deal. Inside of my brain, especially at nighttime, it can be like, you know how you and I have 40 to 50 tabs open on our phones or computers at any moment?
Yes.
That's what it feels like in my brain all the time. And before I did ERP therapy, it was like constantly scrolling through the tabs. Like, what if I forgot about this? What if I left that stove on? What if I didn't lock the doors? What if all of these different things? And then the closer we got to Disney, the more it was things that could go wrong, or it was just a constant, like, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything because it felt like I could never get those tabs closed.
Yep.
And the thing is, I feel like I'm a very logical person, but there is no logicking your way out of those thoughts when you have OCD, something that I'm really working on and that me and Abby have talked about extensively is that, those thoughts aren't logical, but it's also it's not my fault that my brain...
They're intrusive for a reason.
They're literally intrusive thoughts.
They're not welcome.
No.
They just appear.
Exactly. And they a lot of times are so out of left field or the worst of the worst that can happen, but they're there. And
they're
I'm
basically like an unwanted house guest that pops up and you feel like you need to cater to them instead of looking at them and being like, You weren't invited.
Yes!
Get out!
Yeah, why are you in my home? And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I would do too if an unwanted guest came into my home.
Yeah, you would do everything you could to make them feel better about them showing up somewhere unannounced.
Yes.
Unwanted.
Yes. And honestly, I mean, I know that we have No CD as a sponsor, but I genuinely cannot say this enough. Seriously. ERP has been life-changing for me. And it was like a way to close those tabs out. Mm-hmm. It's never going to all the way go away. You know what I mean? But it is manageable now.
Yes.
It is so much more manageable. And for the first time, I felt like I could relax into the joy that I was supposed to be feeling. And I cried my entire therapy appointment with her because I was like, I am so thankful that I can feel these feelings and not just feel the anxiety and the fear that were overwhelming me before.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot with day-to-day life, things pop up more irregularly because you have something to compare it to. Like, okay, it was okay last time when this happened, or I know how to go about this. You were going to a different place that you've never been before.
Yes.
That your kids, Noah had gone before, but Sawyer
not
had
with
never
me.
been before.
Yes.
And you know that she, sometimes struggles with crowds and sounds, and there was a lot of unknowns, especially like when you're not in control.
Yeah.
And so the amount of work that you were able to do with Abby, with everything that you learned at OCD, like it's a college. Honestly, like it really, I could tell even just from the videos and pictures that you were not
overthinking.
Yes.
That I wasn't in my own head the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
And that would have really been such a bummer before. I'm so grateful you waited until now to experience Disney, because you really went there with a full set of tools to help you manage it.
100%. And honestly, the greatest part about it is that I have never had to leave my house. Therapy sessions. That is the best part, is that Abby knows she's getting me in my bed. I am literally always in my pajamas, never wearing makeup, glasses on. Sometimes, honestly, I just have woken up.
Yep.
And, we can do the things that we need to do right from the comfort. My bed is my comfy place. Yeah. And so I feel like that's also made it so much easier, because the work can be difficult.
Yeah.
But it is worth it. And also, if you can be in your own surroundings, so much better.
Yeah.
So I just can't, thank you for bringing it up, because I can't state enough how much, I don't think this trip would have been what it was to me. And I think that is why I feel like it healed a part of me, is because I've been healing parts of me.
And I think a lot of people can miss out on moments like that because they don't have the tools and they haven't given themselves the opportunity to work on that. Yeah. And if you're listening, you deserve to have those moments.
God, you really do. I'm going to get emotional at that, because for that's exactly what Abby said. We had an hour-long therapy session on Monday, and all we did was celebrate. Yeah. She literally said, I don't want to do any work today. We need to just talk about this and celebrate these wins.
Well, and because that's a part of it too.
Yeah.
Recognizing,
she was like, you have growth so hard and you deserved this.
Yeah.
You deserve to feel everything that you felt, and your kids deserved that type of mom that you were on that trip. I know, Jesus, hell. I know. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, back to Animal Kingdom. This is a funny story.
Yeah,
I promise.
we can get funny.
There's a couple of them.
Make me laugh. Jesus.
I'm sorry. It's Jerry. It's such a magical moment.
This is a magical moment.
I can't even explain. So, anyways, we did the safari. Amazing.
Yes.
Loved it. And then we did we went to Pandora, that world, the Avatar world.
Oh, okay.
First of all,
obviously that didn't exist when I was 10.
Oh my God. It was so cool. I have to show you all the pictures. I'm still slowly posting, but there's so many pictures that I took.
I'm sure.
But just the architecture.
What kind of fucking work did you have to do on your phone? Because you never have space.
Oh my God, Jerry. I deleted so much. I can't even explain to you. I spent the entire week before prepping and deleting so much shit off my phone.
Funny.
And I still had to delete a couple apps while I was there.
Yeah.
But so you wouldn't have ridden this one then. When you go back, you need to. We rode this ride called Flight of Passage.
Okay.
I think it changed my brain chemistry.
Is this the Pandora still?
Yes,
or,
this is the Avatar. So the Flight of Passage is like Soarin', okay?
Mm-hmm.
Except you're riding on the Banshee.
Yeah, where'd they stick that thing?
You know where they I know how that works. You wait, what? Oh, that's right. They plugged me in. Then they started right in my outlet.
I did not think you were going to say outlet.
No.
That's funny.
But basically what you do is you're on like a Peloton bike, okay?
Yeah.
Essentially, but you're leaned forward and then they like press you in because then the bike moves forward and it's like you're seeing the things like on Soarin'.
Yeah.
And you have these goggles on, but you feel the mist. It felt like I was flying on a dragon, Jerry, and I've always wanted to fly on a dragon. I cried on the ride, and then I cried when I got off it because I looked at Corey and I was like, I never realized how fucking nerdy I am, but that felt like riding on a dragon, and I think it changed my life a little bit. I never knew how badly I wanted to feel like flying on a dragon, and it was so cool.
This is not the same, but it was similar because we had to ride bikes.
Yeah.
And it was the ET ride at Universal.
Yeah, okay.
I had ET in my basket, and I was like, the responsibility I feel to get this extraterrestrial safely off this planet right now.
You have no idea, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much I would like the rides. Like there were only like 2, maybe 3 or 4 that I felt were worth like long waits. But we had a lightning pass for Flight of Passage, so I love that shit. But basically, we had to take turns because Sawyer wasn't big enough for that. So me and Corey went, then we came back, and then Taylor and Noah went up. Well, when you come back around, you go through the gift shop. So while we were waiting for Taylor and Noah to do their ride, we take Sawyer and we're like, let's just look at the gift shop. Mistake!
Big
but
mistake.
whatever. Huge.
Never financially recover from the gift shop.
Oh. So I take this little egg. It's like one of those like dinosaur looking eggs.
Yeah.
It's got like a little banshee thing. And the girl's standing there and she's like, look, this is what you can get. One of whatever colors. There's a blue one. It's like a little baby and it slaps to your wrist like that.
Oh,
like Velcro's on.
Yeah.
And you can pat its back and it talks to you. And it's so cute. She's having Sawyer talk to hers. And I was like, well,
great.
Now we have to get it.
Yeah.
They talk to each other, by the way. If you get multiple. We get the egg.
Suckers.
Perfect.
How many did you get?
Just one, thank God, because when we went up to buy it, it was $45.
That's actually not as much as I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then I got Noah a bigger one, and it was $100. I didn't realize. So I was like, well, that's stupid. Anyways, but whatever. It's fine. It's Disney. I was on a magical moment. That's what I told him. I was like, this is a magical moment. So she wanted red, and she told the lady that. So we go out, we open our egg. She gets a red one. She really wants to go back in and tell that lady, and she wants to see them talk to each other. Yeah. And so I was like, let's go back in. And she showed her I got the red one. And she was like, oh, it's so cute. Look, they're talking to each other. She goes, what are you going to name it? And so he goes, Tony. And the lady goes, oh, like the tiger? And I go, no, like our bus driver. That's the whole thing. He drives the minivan. Yeah, it was the whole thing. Don't worry about it. And she was like, okay.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Anyways, that's one of my favorite stories from Disney, but there were so friggin' many.
Tony like the tiger? No.
The other thing that I want to highlight is if you go there and you go to Epcot was so much fun. Oh my God, I can't wait to go back with just adults.
Dude, I would love to go to Epcot. Last time I went to Epcot, I was pregnant.
Yeah, so not as fun. But there was a moment where Taylor and Sawyer, someone asked me, they were like, did you bring a nanny with you? And I was like, no, that was my sister. So my sister came with us, and it was just really nice to have an extra set of hands because, number one, there was a lot of rides that me, Corey, and Corey, and Sawyer could all sit on. Mm-hmm. And then, I didn't want to leave, like some of them, we had to smush her in there so that she would be comfortable. And so Noah then could ride with Taylor, or we could switch it out, me, Taylor, Sawyer. He could ride with Corey or whatever. He rode with me on some, but one day at Epcot, Taylor and Sawyer went to the pool. They went back because we were at the beach club. Yeah. Phenomenal pool. Yeah. Sand in the pools.
Love that.
Salt water.
Love that.
And the sand was not real sand, obviously. It was like some kind of, but it felt so good. On my feet, I was like, this is
but did you sit in it and like stand up and have a sand butt?
None. That's why I loved it so much. I know.
Yeah.
But So they went back to have a pool day because the beach club was right next to Epcot. They just walked back, and then we were like, we're going to ride Guardians of the Galaxy. We didn't have a lightning pass, and it was like an 80-minute wait.
Yeah.
But we waited, and when I tell you, another ride that changed my brain chemistry, I'm pretty sure. I cried on that ride, too.
Yeah.
It's all indoors. Mm-hmm. It's dark, so you can't see, but like they just have like, it looks like you're flying through a galaxy.
Right.
Like, you
and
feel
again,
like
after everything that's happening with Artemis, you're probably like...
Dude, I was so emotional. I was like, I felt like I was flying. I closed my eyes. And by the way, they also have music playing, which I think more roller coasters should do.
Oh, for sure.
And it was the song I Ran, and I Run.
Oh, uh-huh.
So anyways, there were moments where I was closing my eyes and I was like, I'm flying.
You just unlocked something. I think there was a ride called the Rock and Roller Coaster, and it was at Hollywood Studios, which I don't think Hollywood Studios exists anymore.
It does. We went.
Is it Hollywood Studios? That's what it's called?
Yeah,
now?
They had Star Wars and like Toy Story Land. And stuff.
Okay.
That's where the Slinky Dog Dash roller coaster was.
I walked through there when I was trying to find something my pregnant ass could do. I was wandering Disney alone like a weirdo. I was like the weird person in Dave and Buster's. But yeah, there was a rock and roller coaster. I think I rode it with Grandma.
Oh, Grandma went to Disney with you? I'm sure I've asked that.
She didn't go with us
like
necessarily. She met us down there, and then they went to NASA one day.
Cool.
I didn't. I don't know who I was with, but like Grandma and Bud and my dad. Maybe I was with my mom. I don't know, but they went to NASA.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, so...
But they played music on there. It was like Aerosmith themed, which I'm like, what the fuck does Aerosmith have to do with Disney?
Well, I guess they play it for Guardians of the Galaxy. They play a different song every time. There's like 6 or 7 songs that they choose from. But Everybody Wants to Rule the World is one. September is one.
Oh, those are good.
I'm telling you, you got to ride this roller coaster. If you ever go, Epcot, ride the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Let's go back, because I'm down to go back.
I would love
Corey goes, let's make a weekend trip and just go to Epcot. I was like, don't tell me twice.
Hey, I know we were done touring in Florida, but
I'll come back.
I'll do a show at Disney.
At Epcot.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Do you know how I'll pay for it? With all the money I'm saving.
From?
Canceling subscriptions to Rocket.
This is from our sponsor, Rocket Money.
No joke. I found out that I have been paying for 2 different apps for about a year. And they were taking out $14.50 every 2 weeks. And then $6.50 every month.
Yeah, no.
And so I was like, wait a minute.
What's going on here?
Yeah. And so luckily, because Rocket Money was able to track all of those and like show me what was happening.
Rocket Money can track subscriptions and has the ability to cancel one-on-ones within the app with just a few taps, saving users over 880 million in canceled subscriptions.
They also categorize automatic transactions across your account so you can see where you're spending your money. Something that was really helpful too was they had it categorized as like, these are utilities, these are shopping things that you're spending every month, these are apps. And so I was able to see, and if something was categorized incorrectly, or I'm like, that's not actually what that is supposed to be for, it was easy for me to highlight how I wanted to spend my money.
Yes. Plus you can personalize your own goals and your budgets, and then you get real-time alerts for things like upcoming bills, which as somebody with ADHD, very, very handy and very helpful. Important. Because even if I have it already being taken out of my account, I need to know when it's happening so that I don't get shocked whenever it happens. You know what I mean?
It disappears from your account.
Yes.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/ladies.
That's rocketmoney.com/ladies. rocketmoney.com/ladies.
Thank you, Rocket Money.
Thank you, Rocket Money.
So here's the other thing. Because I had such a good time at Disney and we were going to talk a lot about Disney, which again, there's more stories. I'm sure I'll sprinkle them throughout. But we wanted an actual topic. And I was like, maybe we could do like magical moments. And then I was also like, but also maybe we could do like deaths that happen at Disney World. It really is what goes on in my head all the time. The fighting of I want to live in this magic, but also I know what I research all the time.
And I'm aware of reality.
Yeah. And so I kind of met somewhere not super in the middle. There is no magic. But it's not as
the magical moments were the ones Ciara shared.
There is true crime. I didn't do all deaths, but because that felt like just really sad.
Fair.
So there are some, but I went through and I found a list of
amazing,
like all the times police have been involved.
Oh,
okay. Disney. So there's some bannings of things. And some, obviously, I'm not going to talk about all of them because there were some truly horrible ones that I don't want to speak on. But also there are some that are, well, you'll see. They definitely fall within the true crime.
So if you thought this was going to be all magical Mickey and shit, it's not.
Okay, and I'm sorry about that. But don't worry.
We're about to bring the true crime to the tangents.
Yeah, and now I feel like I can get a feel for it because I've been there. You know
you can picture it a little bit better in your mind's eye. And also, this was better for Ciara to do after she actually physically went.
Yes, because as I talked with my therapist extensively about, I didn't do this before, and that was a big win for me.
That is a big win.
Because although I really wanted to, that was a compulsion, and I stopped myself from doing it.
Which makes sense because if you are a longtime listener, you know she also used to sit in airports and look up airplane crashes, frequency at different airlines.
And it was really hard. I will tell you what I did look up was the safety factor of the rides there, and Disney. One of the safest,
sure.
As far as amusement parks go.
Yeah.
So
they don't have like super crazy.
No.
Rides. I feel like a lot of it is almost like simulation or like more simple
like
structures,
animatronic situations, but there are some. So this is a list of notable incidents that have occurred at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida specifically.
There are some around the world.
Yes. The term incidents refers to major injuries, death, loss, or significant crimes related to the attractions themselves or personal altercations and incidents between the theme park guests and or employees.
Amazing.
Attraction-related incidents usually fall into one of the following categories. Negligence on the park's part, either by ride operator or maintenance. Negligence on the guest's part. This includes refusal to follow specific ride safety instructions. Again, I'm not going to read all of these, so just know we're not going to hit all of these points, but or deliberate intents to break the rules. The amount of times people go back onto rides
breaking rules
to get like a hat or a lost.
Yes.
Please, again, as somebody who has looked up so many of these, not just at Disney, but at other ones, for the love of God, if you drop something or lose something on a ride, tell a ride operator, do not cross anything to try to go back and get it yourself. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when fatalities and stuff occur with roller coasters, it's somebody who goes back. Not a lot of times, but I've seen multiple times. It's somebody who goes back for an item to
get something.
So it is your hat or your phone or your...
Is it worth your life?
Nothing is worth your life like that. So please just tell somebody. You can get it at the end if you have to. Just please don't go back. I have to say that. The result of a guest's known or unknown health issues, those will be ones that we don't hit that much, but there were quite a few of people who had pre-existing health conditions that maybe they didn't know about or they didn't know about who ended up passing away after riding rides.
Oof.
Which is very sad, obviously. Or the heat was a big one. Things like that. Or, quote, acts of God, which include generic accidents, slipping, falling, that are not the direct result of any action on anyone's part.
So I love that they said acts of God and not negligence of God. Because like he could have saved you, but he chose not to. No, he actively
why was you out? Disney negligent? But God is an act.
Yeah. An act of Disney is just murder.
That's got fucked up. According to a 1985 Time magazine article, nearly 100 lawsuits are annually filed against Disney. Annually. Florida theme parks are required to notify the state of any ride-related injuries or illnesses that required a hospital stay of at least 24 hours. That's where we're at. That's where we're starting. Again, I'm not going to talk through all of these, but here's some of them. Highlights. They're bullet points. So stay with me. On January 1st, 2025, we're going to jump around a lot on times too, because this list was in different parks and all of that. So I think we're starting at Magic Kingdom. Or this might just be the whole park. Not 100% sure. We're going to see. This is at Epcot. I read a little bit of it. I know exactly what it is. Here we go. On January 1st, 2025, a 24-year-old intoxicated man from Port Orange, Florida was arrested on multiple charges after destroying a merchandise kiosk at Epcot while wearing only his underwear during the early morning hours. Early morning, by the way.
In my mind, that means you're still drunk from the night before and you decided to drink around the world.
That's wild.
Because if you've not been to Disney and you're not 100% sure what Epcot is like a
so cool, by the
bunch of different countries.
Yeah, like sections they have all the buildings from there. Everybody who works there is like from that country, which by the way, I found out was from the college program. They have like people that come over.
Oh yeah.
And that's how they get a lot of people.
But like the clothing, the food, the drinks are all themed for that specific country.
World. Yeah.
And that's why they call it drinking around the world. Because you can go from like Sweden to...
Yeah, we started at UK and you could go all the way around to France.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Now, me and Corey didn't do that. Obviously, we had kids. I think at most we got like 3 drinks from different places one day. But that was spaced out from the entire 12 hours.
Yeah, because you can get hammered.
You sure can. And I didn't even get any liquor drinks. I just got beers. Yeah. This man did 100%. Disney security reached out to the Orange County Sheriff's Office saying that the man created a scene beforehand when they noticed that he attempted to urinate into the bushes in public on the walkway between Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios. Sir. The man took off his clothes with the exception of his underwear and broke a $1,000 sales kiosk. Following his arrest with 3rd-degree felony criminal mischief and 2 misdemeanors for disorderly intoxication and trespassing, Disney security immediately banned the man from ever entering Disney World property.
I love when things are called mischief. Because it feels like it's not that serious, but this is very serious.
It's like he's just causing some mischief.
Yeah, he's just being a little troublemaker.
Mischievous. Yeah.
It's like when they call... Is it vehicular manslaughter? No, manslaughter sounds like real serious.
No, that's got the word slaughter in it. That's very serious.
But like it's an accident.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about that before where we're like, that's an accidoopsy.
Yeah.
They didn't mean to.
Yes.
But like...
The word sounds bad.
The word sounds way worse.
I mean, it is still bad. Please don't. There's someone out there that's like gonna comment. They're waiting right now. They were waiting for us to accidentally say one thing that they were like, "You motherfuckers! It is so serious." We know.
I'm sorry. That is serious. I'm just saying. I don't feel like when people are naming crimes that they always name them that in a way that matches the connotation.
Yeah, mischief definitely. This feels more. More than mischief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On May 9th, 2025, here we go. We're in Epcot again. Disney security reported an incident after an unidentified man purposely jumped into the American Adventure fountain while being surrounded with a group of his intoxicated friends.
Of course. They were just recreating the Friends opening.
Oh, 100%. According to authorities, 2 Disney cast members first spotted the man before calling security. Officials say that the incident happened after one of his drunken friends sang a drunken rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner in front of the Liberty Theater building. The man responsible...
God bless America.
The man responsible for the incident was also intoxicated, and the entire group was then kicked out of the park.
Of course. Of course. I love that they were kicked out, but not banned.
No. They can come back. They were like, we get it. You felt the heat of the patriotism, which, by the way, we walked around the world.
Yeah.
I will say, Corey had his little watch on.
Uh-huh.
We walked an average of 8 miles a day.
I'm sure.
When we were in Epcot, we walked 12 miles. So we were really walking around the world. Not so much drinking, but it was fun to just see. There's a lot of, if you're a sightseer, very cool place to see a lot of stuff. And every time we did, we would just like run through the American ones. I'm like, whatever.
So boring.
It is boring.
Comparison.
It is the most like boring one out of all of them. No offense. And I think it's like,
No offense, America, if you're listening.
you know, I didn't mean to offend you. If you've like worked on the Epcot thing and you're listening right now, I'm sure you did a good job. But for me, it wasn't my thing.
No, I'm not impressed.
I'll say that. All right, this one I believe is Magic Kingdom. Okay, now this is no, just kidding. Yes, this is bad.
Okay.
We're getting into more bad. There will be some that's not so serious, and then some that are serious.
Yeah.
Okay?
On the rating of mischief to manslaughter, we're near manslaughter
Yes.
on the scale.
Yes. It is sad, but this has to do with the It's a Small World ride, which I would like to touch on with you.
I hate that ride. I hate that ride.
There are some people that are very passionate about that being their favorite ride ever, and they get very upset when you diss it. But like,
I hate it.
I was not a fan. I went on it. This was another magical moment. We had lightning passes for It's a Small World. I forgot about them because it wasn't the ride that I really cared about,
Right.
and I would have rather watched the parade again,
Right.
which we did. So then I was like, shit, when you get lightning lane passes, you have to reserve them for an hour block of time. Harry did all of that. She is a queen. So she would just send me on the itinerary and make sure you go between this block and this block. I forget about it.
Yeah.
I say, fuck it. Let's go do another ride. We do another ride. So I really like the teacups.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of teacupping. And I think we rode the carousel. So it's an hour and a half later. And I'm like, do you want to do Small World? I mean, we could. Like, it's at least indoors. It was so hot in Magic Kingdom. So I was like, it's at least kind of in the shade. Let's just try it. And Taylor was like, do you want to try our lightning pass? So I was like, we're not going to get in. And I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. So I go to do it. It turns blue. Normally, if it turns green, boom, you're good. It turns blue. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I think we're a little late. And she was like, that's okay. If you're 20 to 30, I'm sorry, wait. At first it turns blue. Then it turns green. So I start to explain, like, we're late. And she was like, that's okay. If you're like 20 minutes late, it still lets you on. And I was like, bitch, we're 2 hours late.
Yeah.
But we go, okay. So we walk in. And I looked at Taylor and I was like, magical moment. And then afterwards, I looked at her and I was like, that's why they let us on this podcast ride.
Because they're like, we are desperate to
Who
get
cares?
people on this ride.
Yeah. I just, here's my thing. No offense. If you liked it.
It creeped me out.
I don't like puppets. I don't like puppets. I don't like animatronics.
I don't like that it plays the same song over and over again.
No, that makes it feel small world. There's like a blinking, winking hippo at one point, and then cackling like hyenas. And I was like, that's the part we were stuck at. And I was like, get me out of this house.
Get me out. Get me
I'm really
out.
scared right now.
Yeah, no.
I have a video of it, and it's just winking at me, and I was like, I feel like I'm being hypnotized in a weird way.
Hypnotized.
Hypnotized. It was scary. Anyways, okay.
What'd you take the picture with? You could have used your Mint Mobile phone.
I wondered how you were going to get another one in.
I don't know about all of you, but we like keeping our money where we can see it. And unfortunately, traditional big wireless also like to keep your money too.
You know what? And they do.
And after years of overpaying for wireless, we realized that there's a better way to go about getting cellular service. We don't need the bogus fees. We don't need crazy high wireless bills. And free perks, you know, sometimes they turn into pay for me perks. And we don't want to actually pay for them.
I'm sorry. And I don't like those. I meant I like the free ones.
We like it when it's free. And then when it turns to pay, it's bad news bears. And so that's why so many people are switching to Mint Mobile.
Seriously, stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been or that's what we're supposed to do. Mint Mobile exists just to fix that.
Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month.
And all plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network.
You can bring your own phone and number and activate it with an eSIM in minutes, and you will start saving immediately. No long-term contracts, no hassle, which is great for me because I am in a season where I am trying to figure out my children are spending their time in 2 different homes.
Yes.
And being able to get in contact with each other is important. Making sure they have access to me, I have access to them. And so having something that there is a low commitment, but high quality, high service
Yes.
is great.
Very important. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month.
If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/ladies.
That's mintmobile.com/ladies.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Thanks, Mint Mobile.
Thank you, Mint Mobile. All right, we're back. It's a small world. This is a sad one.
Gotcha.
On August 18th, 1994, a 6-year-old girl from Miami fell out of one of the ride's boats while it was in the loading area.
Because it is a water ride.
Yes, and again, I don't know. I didn't know anything about Disney before I went. So if you don't also, a lot of these rides are constantly moving. You have to like move on a moving track with it and then like hop into it, which was honestly the only time I got stressed out, because when it was me, Sawyer, Corey, you know, trying to get him in and then passing her. Yeah. I was afraid that she would trip.
Like, catch.
Yes. I was like, I'm not going to even let you try to attempt to get
And it's like
here.
those stressful dreams where everything is faster than you think it is and you can't catch up.
Yes, 100%. So, Orange County authorities believe an incoming boat then struck her after she fell. The girl suffered a broken hip, a broken arm, and a collapsed lung.
Oof.
Paramedics took her to the hospital, but she was able to fully recover from her injuries. Yes. So the ride was closed for an inspection and then reopened the next day.
Just a little mischief.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little boat mischief for you.
And again, that's like, it's hard to, I mean, I wasn't there, so it's hard to just figure out. Hopefully, obviously, they figured it out, and I don't think anything like that has happened again.
It's an act of God.
Yeah.
God. An act of God caused this girl to have a collapsed lung.
Yeah, that's a weird way to say it.
You know what I mean?
That's weird.
You know what I mean?
That is weird when you say it like that.
The
Okay.
negligence of God occurred when a girl fell into it. It's a small world.
I think it would be.
Yeah.
This is Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Okay.
Very fun ride. I liked this ride. There's a bit of a drop.
Are you on a boat?
Yes.
Okay.
But then it's animatronics again.
Yeah.
But I liked the drop part. It was fun. But in June 1989, a 10-year-old boy from Asheville, North Carolina, named Luke Blalock was riding Pirates of the Caribbean with his family when another boat rammed into the side of the boat that they were on.
They said this is actual Pirates of the Caribbean.
I know.
We are aboard your ship now.
And now that I was on it, I was like, I don't know how this happened. It had to have been a ride malfunction, which I think we're going to get to that. The impact amputated his right thumb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still bad.
That's still very bad.
But I hear amputated, I think a whole limb.
Me too, at first when I read it. So his thumb was resting on the side of the boat, and the boat caught it. As a result of his injuries, the boy was later rewarded $881,895 by the jury for his medical costs, pain, and suffering. So at least he did get something out of that, because that is horrific. Yeah. I can't imagine. There are a lot of these that I won't say.
He lost a digit?
Yeah.
And he didn't even get $1 million?
Well, this was back in the wait.
I don't care.
No, you're so right. It
was 89.
89. It should have been $1 million.
100%.
It would have been $1 million now in this.
Because he's basically a cat.
Jerry, you can't say that. Why? What is wrong with you?
Cats are so smart. Am I wrong?
Cats do have thumbs.
Cats have thumbs.
Yes.
You're shitting my
No, they're just down here.
What?
Are you serious? You
First
don't
of all,
know
I'm
this?
allergic to cats. I don't get that close. How would I fucking know that? Cats have thumbs?
I mean, they're not. We have opposable thumbs, Jerry.
What's the difference?
Their thumbs are right here. They just can't.
What's the opposite of opposable?
Non-posable.
Disposable. Busby, do you have thumbs?
He has a thumb.
Busby, come
Do
here.
you clip his nails?
Yeah, sometimes. Come here.
Yeah, you'll see his thumb. He doesn't just have 4 digits on there. He's got 5.
Have a thumb?
Yes.
Let me see. Is this his thumb?
No.
Where's
thumb
his
has
thumb?
the nail. Right there.
What?
You've never seen that before?
That's his dew claw.
Yeah.
But I don't call it his thumb. I call it his dew claw.
That's his thumb.
Honey.
He's got thumbs.
You got thumbs.
You idiot.
can open the door. Why are you always yelling at me?
Jerry,
Open the damn door.
This is what makes us allowed to. They're usable digits. We'll talk about this later. Okay. Okay, this is wild. Space Mountain. Do you know it? Have you been on it?
No.
Okay, good thing. Because
Maybe?
throughout its first it's in Magic Kingdom. I did not go on it.
Okay.
Throughout its first 10 months of operation between January and October in 1975, a total of 337 reports of both injuries and illnesses were reported, according to Orange County court records, with a majority of the injuries being both serious and critical.
Oh my God.
The list of incidents throughout its first 10 months of operations includes one death, a 70-year-old man from Fort Lauderdale who lost consciousness and died from being taken to a nearby hospital on May 16th, 1975.
Do they think that was because of the ride? Or do they think...
I mean, it's like a pre-existing condition situation, but Space Mountain had a lot because I think that's like people would get off and they would be
disoriented?
Disorientation, dizzy, is it the same thing?
Kinda.
And then nausea, vomiting, like really...
Maybe I didn't go on it.
Really shake it up.
I feel like 337, that's the number you gave me?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a lot of incidents for it to stay open within 10 months. Like, how many incidents do we have to have before you call it?
Especially serious and critical. Like, I understand somebody getting motion sickness, but like, these are incidents, obviously, where they went to the hospital for it.
Yeah, if you're getting motion sick, you're just being a bitch. But like, if you're don't get
As two people who get motion sick,
I get so
often.
Dude, I can't go on a swing set without getting motion sick.
I thought about that today because Sawyer wanted me to go on the swings with her, and I was like, "Mommy can't swing; she get motion sick."
I'll be sick. Like that's why
So
whenever I would
embarrassing.
be on like a swing with you, like on a porch, you like to rock, you like to swing, and I'm like, I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, I can rock, but
if you're the one controlling it, I think it's better than if you're just like along for the ride.
You're probably right. All right, here's some more. None of these are very fun. Hold on, I'll find a fun one. None of these are fun. Well, this is an interesting one. On February 28th, 2026, recent,
Okay.
a 34-year-old Brazilian woman was arrested and charged with battery on a person aged 65 and over
Oh my God.
after violently dumping iced coffee on an elderly person in a wheelchair during a confrontation while departing the Magic Kingdom ferry.
What did that person say?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I have it.
Okay.
The arrest report confirms that the victim told her to watch her feet because she was in a wheelchair. She was probably going to run over him. But the victim waited for other people to get off the boat. When the woman passed by the victim, she told the victim, quote, "I could just punch you in the face." The victim laughed at her, and then she threw the coffee on her.
So it's two women?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Oh, no, the victim might not be a woman. The victim could be a man. I'm sorry. The woman is the woman.
The victim is a victim.
The victim is the victim. And I go, well,
Victimhood is genderless.
I'm not assuming their victimness or their gender at all in this.
Okay.
But after interviewing with Orange County deputies, the woman who did throw the coffee was taken into custody.
And so the woman who threw the coffee also said, "I could just punch you"?
Yes.
And
then the victim laughed at her.
Did she tell the person in the wheelchair, "Watch my feet"?
No, that was the person in the wheelchair. The wheelchair didn't say it. The person in the wheelchair said it, I think, because they were like, "I'm gonna fucking roll over your feet."
Yeah, watch your
Watch
tootsies.
yourself.
And
Yeah.
she said, "Fuck you, I can punch you."
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I really was rooting for you, coffee lady. I wanted there to be, like, I wanted that to be a justified coffee toss.
It wasn't. It
wasn't.
At all. This is a monorail incident. So I will tell you, we did bus transportation a lot. Another thing that I love about Disney, outside of the minivans, which you do have to pay for, they're like a Lyft service.
Yeah.
You can actually order them on Lyft when you're in Disney. It's so cute because you go down at the bottom, it says minivan. But there's also a lot of free transportation. So you have the monorail, you have ferries,
the buses.
You have the buses, and then you have the Skyliner. Jerry, did you ever go on the Skyliner?
I don't know.
A fucking horrific. Look them up real quick.
Right now?
Google it. And then imagine me in that with my children in it. Think a Ferris wheel thing that you're in a Ferris wheel. but just flying over the...
Oh, yeah, I've been on these.
Oh my God. It was horrific.
I've been on these in like Cedar Point.
Okay, well, and then my daughter, who is just like the biggest thrill-seeking 4-year-old I've ever met, was like, let's do that again. She thought it was a ride. She wanted to ride it every damn day. I was like, Mommy is scared to shitless.
To shitless.
I'm scared to shitless.
I'm scared to shitless. This is shitless's list.
This is a monorail.
Mm-hmm.
On February 12th, 1974, the Mark IV monorail Blue rear-ended the Mark IV monorail Red.
I thought you were saying blue as in it blew up.
No, the blue,
color blue.
The color blue hit the color red.
Yes.
Due to driver error. One driver, a 20-year-old man from Orlando, and 2 passengers, one from Rochester, New York, and the other from Canton, New York, were both injured.
Ooh.
But nobody died, which is
that's
good. There's also been quite a few fires on monorails.
Fires. You know what a fire's good for? A grill. You know what grill's good for?
Butcher box!
Butcher box!
Yeah!
Because you can hydrate, stretch, take your supplements, but if dinner is drive-through 3 nights a week or several more, the math won't be mathing.
Seriously.
ButcherBox makes the healthy part simple, premium, responsibly raised protein delivered straight to you so you could actually fuel the lifestyle you want to live.
Yes, and ButcherBox delivers over 100 premium protein options straight to your door, including 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, crate-free pork, and wild-caught seafood. Plus, it's all responsibly raised and thoughtfully sourced, so you're not guessing about what's on your plate.
For over a decade, ButcherBox has led the industry with meal and seafood that's antibiotic-free, hormone-free, and independently verified. Because when it comes to fueling your body, quality isn't extra, it's everything. Clean, whole protein means better support for strength, metabolism, and that steady all-day energy that we're all chasing.
Exactly. And listen, every product meets the same rigorous standards. So there's no unnecessary additives, no artificial ingredients, no mystery fillers, just responsibly sourced, nutrient-dense protein that actually does its job. And let me tell you something. We have our Butcher Box, and it was so nice these past few nice little days that we've had to be able to go out and grill. I was like, Corey, guess who's doing dinner tonight? You are. I'll be inside. I'll do the sides. But you get to do the meat. And it was so nice. I love grilled meat in the summertime.
Especially when you can customize your box. And so everybody can get whatever. Mosty's getting so excited while we're talking about meat. But when you can customize your box and then everybody can have their own preferred protein on the grill.
Yeah, it's amazing. As an exclusive offer, new listeners can get their choice between chicken breast or top sirloin for a year or ground beef for life, plus $20 off when you go to butcherbox.com/ladies.
That's right. Your choice of chicken breast or top sirloin for a year or ground beef for life, plus $20 off your first box and free shipping always.
That's butcherbox.com/ladies. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you.
Thank you, ButcherBox.
Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Back to it.
Mm-hmm.
On September 24th, 2024, recent again, an 80-year-old man from Argentina with prostate issues and severe urinary incontinence, this is all going to make sense in a minute, was arrested by Orange County deputies after he exposed his penis and urinated in the bushes near the security office of the Transportation and Ticket Center.
He said I got to pee.
He had to, but I feel like you could have just pissed your pants. like which one is worse?
Do I get arrested or do I piss myself? Do you think pissing yourself should be a crime?
No. What are you talking about?
Just all the children. Because think about it. Like, public indecency, like urinating in public.
Yeah.
Is... So it's the dick that's the problem? It's not the piss?
Yes, Jerry.
Yeah, but that's unsanitary as well. You know what I mean?
It is unsanitary, but like you could clean up that. You can't I can't unsee that penis. You know what I'm saying?
I can't unsee the piss either, though. But the piss isn't the problem.
The piss is not the problem.
It never was.
Always the penis.
It's
always been the penis. He was taken into Orange County custody and was banned from entering Disney World property.
Well, of course!
According to authorities, he attempted to speak to a cast member, but he couldn't understand but couldn't understand because of his non-English accent, while his attorney said that he, quote, didn't do anything wrong.
Where was his attorney from?
I also beg to differ.
Yeah, 100%. I also want to be very clear. I think both should be a crime. I'm not saying that pissing your pants should be worse than showing your dick. I think both are bad. As someone who also pisses their pants a lot.
Okay, yeah, but if you leave it, what if I cleaned up if I peed my pants?
When?
I've never peed my pants in public, but like a little bit has come out. How much is too much piss?
I don't know, but I shit myself and I puked at the exact same time at the Salt Lake City airport, and if they would have arrested me, I would have said thank you. Take me away.
Honestly, you needed to be arrested. That was foul.
Take me somewhere, please.
Oh, shit, that was funny though. Okay, this one's a fun one. On May 20th, 2025, again, pretty recent, a 37-year-old woman from London, Kentucky, was arrested by Orange County deputies after Disney security caught the woman sneaking a We can make this one the ender if you want.
Sure.
By the way. Was arrested by Orange County deputies after Disney security caught the woman sneaking a tin can filled with methamphetamine into the transportation and ticket center. When Disney security employees asked what the items were, she allegedly told them that it was, quote, Goofy's head powder.
She said it's a mythical moment.
But it was later confirmed to be methamphetamine after a substance test by Orange County Sheriff.
It was Goofy's what? Headache
powder.
Goofy's. Hey, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
In a way.
But she is.
She should be arrested.
She should. Wait, I actually have another one after this. And that's... Police didn't confirm if they purposefully snuck the items into Disney World property. She was released with a $5,000 bond shortly afterwards. This one is kind of where I wanted to end it. It's not fun, but it is really shocking that it allowed to happen. On May 29th, 2013, a loaded .380 caliber pistol with 5 hollow point bullets was discovered by a grandmother and grandson in one of the ride carts at the dinosaur ride. What? Just sitting on the seat.
They were like, go ahead and use that because we're trying to get these dinos.
That's part of the ride.
That's part of the
and
ride.
it is loaded.
Hey, aim right. You know what I'm saying?
Disney security immediately took possession of the gun, and Orange County deputies later located its owner, who was an Orlando area resident. He responded to deputies that he didn't know everything about the park's policies, and he told investigators that he had a Florida concealed weapons permit, and the gun likely just slipped out of his back pocket.
As they do.
While the ride was active.
As they do.
Hey, get a holster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't just shove it into our ass pocket while we're riding a ride.
Maybe.
Which children can then step into.
Yes.
The weapon was immediately turned over to deputies, and the man was banned from entering Disney World property.
Good. I'm glad he was banned.
That is wild. And also was not the first time on this list that a gun was tried to sneak in there. Obviously,
that was successfully gotten.
That was successful. And what year was it? 'Cause it's
2013.
Oh my god, that is very recent.
Anything that happens post 9/11, I'm like, we have rules.
How?
Yeah.
How?
We're checking stuff now. What's going on? How'd that happen?
And we have rules. What's this about?
Before 9/11, we didn't.
No, it was a lawless land, honestly.
It really was.
I don't understand how more guns were just everywhere. But
I was just told that somebody called the sheriff over and was like, hey, I was going to pick it up and tell you guys, but there is a gun over there on the ground. And they
where?
I don't remember where. I was half listening to the story.
Okay, wait.
But
I was half listening, so I didn't hear what
you're half listening to my half listened story. Somebody had to alert the deputy, the sheriff, whatever, that there was a gun on the ground.
Okay. Just in the town?
In the somewhere.
Okay.
And he was like, I was going to pick it up and bring it to you guys, but I figured that was a bad idea. I don't want to touch that gun. I don't know where that gun's
No,
been.
100%.
That's not my gun.
No.
But it is there in the grass.
Yeah, could you come get it? Probably fingerprint it. Maybe see if it was used in a crime.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
I know.
And I'm not taking gun violence lightly. I feel like I always have to make that. There's always somebody that's going to be like, there. Did you see when we posted those and talked about the DUI.
Yes.
All of a sudden it turned into that we think DUIs are funny. I was like, hey. The funny part to me wasn't that this is necessary. The funny part was that they had a 7-foot-tall man dressed as the Grim Reaper.
That they painted kids' faces white and made them watch their friends eat lunch.
That to me was shocking. And when things are shocking, I laugh.
Well,
so
and
please don't skew things like that.
And also, I just know the psychology behind the success of fear-based lessons.
Yeah.
And that they don't work. They're not as effective as
they might work, but there are probably better, more effective ways.
Yes.
That don't involve traumatizing people.
Yes, because the long-term effects are, it's just, anyway, I want to eventually do an episode on, fear-based tactics versus other ones.
Maybe
success and
also do an episode about listening to things through your own filter and hearing what you think you are hearing. And maybe putting that aside for an hour and just listening to something. Yeah. I don't know.
Good.
Just a thought. Because guys, what I realized was I had the most magical week of my life. And life can be like that. You know what I mean? It can be. There was not a mean interaction that was had near me, except for the people that were touching me. But even then, I didn't get upset at them.
They weren't being throw coffee on anyone.
No.
No one pissed in your bushes.
Nobody was pissing in my bush. There's obviously bad things that happen at Disney, and that's what we know. But it can be good. We can have good in the world, and I think that has to start from us. And, that's what I want. I want to put that out there because I think sometimes people think they're doing good by doing mean things or like, you know what I'm saying? I did touch your toes. Yeah. And I think that's
the whole fear-based.
Yes. It's like if I shame you, if I put the fear of God in you, that, you're doing this bad thing and you're bad,
then you'll be better.
And then I did a good thing. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think that's...
It's like, you're welcome.
Yeah. I don't know if
it's spanking me so I don't break rules.
It's spanking me. Stop fucking spanking.
Hey, internet, stop spanking us.
That is all I'm asking for. Especially because, things like that. And I'm sorry that I went off on this small tangent at the end, but I have been seeing that a lot recently because of the posting that TikTok online. And we have both been affected by drunk driving.
Yes.
And we don't talk about that. And not in a way that like a loss of life way.
And if there's been a lot of loss of life that has included drunk driving.
Yes. And so for people to just assume because of the one TikTok that we don't care, that we think it's silly.
Or we don't understand.
Yeah, it just bothers me. So I'm not trying to yell at you guys. I'm so sorry if it came off that way. I do just want to say that to anybody out there.
Yeah.
Just think about the filters you might be
consuming
things and how maybe sometimes if you're having a strong reaction to something, maybe take a step back and think why that is.
Where's that coming from?
Yeah.
Well,
and do good in the world and make the world a more magical place.
More magical moments.
There was Disney and then there was the moon landing and I had just a week filled with
the moon landing.
No, we didn't land on it.
We landed in the ocean.
And I watched it.
That's Splashdown.
I watched Splashdown, and it was magical.
I got up and I
woman on the dark side of the moon.
Yes,
and it was magical. And I just want
to be. They named a bright spot Carol,
and I haven't stopped crying.
I got up and I started playing Drops of Jupiter.
Yeah,
and it was just I was so full of glee in that moment. I was like, this is a magical moment. This is just full of joy.
It was a magical moment, and I just want there to be so many more in the world, and I think there can be.
Yeah. Well, we love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. And if you want more, you can go to patreon.com/ladiesandtangents. There's joy there for sure. And if you want live joy, you can come see us on tour. You can go to ladiesandtangents.com and see where we're going near you and get a ticket.
Please.
We are so excited to see you. Thank you so much. We love you. We'll see you next week.
All right.
We're out.
Goodbye.